What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is the free watch list for Thursday, March 7th. I hope you guys had a fantastic day today, a great trading day, a great day in general. Thank you guys for joining me. I put these videos out for you guys for free every single day. I do the daily watch list. I do the weekly swings, the monthly swings, quarterly swings. They're not always on the YouTube video, but they are posted in the Discord if I don't do the video. That Discord is free. The link is in the description below, so make sure you join that free Discord. Let's get started on this list. The screen that you see in front of you, that is TradingView. I use TradingView every single day to use or to complete my trades, to follow the stock market. If you've never used it before, again, in the description below, there is a link. It gives you a free 30-day trial to TradingView, and then if you decide to actually use their sub-based services, you get up to $30 off of that subscription, so make sure you take advantage of that free offer. Let's get started on this list. The first one, CVS. CVS finished with an inside bar. Okay, so if you want more on what I'm showing you guys here, I do have a 1-hour course. That is part of the paid portion of the Discord, but the majority of that Discord is free. It's a 1-hour course, teaches you what I'm showing here today in a more dumbed down version, if you will. So inside bars, painted yellow, part of my indicator. Okay, the outside bars, painted white, part of my indicator I created for you guys. Includes a time frame continuity, candlestick numbers, and this gold highlight to let us know there is a 3-1 setup. Super powerful, super rare setup, 3-1 or outside bar, inside bar. These inside bars, or a 1 candle, are a consolidating candle. It's a tightening range. They don't break the high of the previous candle or the low of the previous candle. They stay within the range of that previous candle. I'm just going to copy this. And so I always tell people that you look at that yellow bar as a spring being squished, compacted, loaded, ready to explode, because majority of the time when we get these inside bar setups, we tend to have really big runs. Now, I always like to go back and show you guys that it doesn't always work. This one worked out over 2 days and hit targets, but like this inside bar had a really big run up. This one didn't work so well. This one had a really big run down. This one had a really big run down. That 3-1 setup did. This inside bar triggered, hit targets, okay? This inside bar triggered, hit multiple targets. So high probability setups, and the inside bar is one of the 3 actionable signals with this strategy. So inside bars, shooter candles like you have here, and hammer candles, which are the exact opposite, where this body would be hovering around the top, and you'd have the wick to the bottom. So inside bar, we can look for calls here at 74.70, puts at 73.42. We look at roadblocks. I'm not so keen on this one because it is a hammer candle. It is red, but we do have time frame continuity pointing down. So I am going to look for this one to trend to the downside at 39.10 based on the fact that it's a 2-up that finished red. Regardless of it being a hammer candle and that being a bullish signal, we do have time frame continuity pointing down. So this is the direction I would look for roadblocks to be taken off of that. DIA, okay, inside bars again, guys. Calls at 389.13, puts at 386.13. Here was the last inside bar. Big run to the downside. If we go to the weekly, you see those 2 pink lines. If we go to the weekly, we are already 2 down on the week. So I would look for this to continue. Doesn't mean it will, but we're going to look for it to continue that 2 down week. There is our first target. I make them green. There's our first target on the downside. If you want to put a target on the upside, it's just the top of the preceding wick, okay? That's DIA. I do give top 5 setups to the Griswold Gold members as well. So they get that 1-hour course I was talking about. They get the top 5s. They get this indicator. They get one-on-one time with me and a bunch of other things. There's live trading bots in that gold room. And it's $50 a month, or you buy 2 months, you get the 3rd month free. QQQ, okay? 2 up, finished red. So that means the 2 is a directional candle. It only breaks the high or the low of the previous candle. So it broke the high side. We called it a 2 up, but it finished red. That means the buyers had it. The sellers brought it back. We're going to look for puts based on the sellers being in control when this day closed. 436.89 is the put trigger we're looking for. Not the put price, the strike price we're taking, but that is where this goes in force. Once we break through that yellow line, then you can buy your puts. First target, 433.65. We go to Macy's. Macy's has that inside bar. Okay, calls 2047, puts 1995, targets marked out for you guys. I was going to say something and I forgot. Anyways, we'll go to Google. Google has that 2 up that finished red as well, so the seller's bringing it back. Really good time frame continuity. We'll look for the puts on the Google machine at 131.95. Procter & Gamble. I was going to say, make sure you guys are subscribed and you hit that bell. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send these free videos out. And if you can watch the ads, I would greatly appreciate that. It would mean the world to me. You can also find me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, or you can ask the questions in the Discord as well. Procter & Gamble, inside bar, calls 159.99, puts at 158.91. XLU, there's that inside bar, not quite a shooter candle. We do have time frame continuity pushing up, so we can look for those calls at 63.50. Puts still possible at 62.89. If we go to the monthly, there we go. We had that 2 down that finished green on the monthly chart. We have pushed through that. We are 2 up on the month. And on the month of March, we're going to look to hit this target right here. About 65 bucks. Is that where we're at? 65.02. Let's keep moving on here. That's Spider, XLU. Citibank, inside bar, time frame continuity pointing up. Calls 57.55, puts at 56.01. AFRM, there's a 2 up red, time frame continuity down. We'll look for the puts there, 36.21 as the sellers take over control. Inside bar on BA, so the calls at 202.35, puts at 199.86. Alibaba, 2 up, finished red, time frame continuity red. We're going to look for puts at 73.61. Okay, check this out. Normally I said on puts, the targets go to the bottom of the preceding wick, except for this one rule. When there is no candlestick here, there's a void space, there's a gap. Okay, when we have that gap, that gap fill becomes our first target on BABA at 72.71. BAC, there's a 2 up red on BAC, so puts at 35.07. BIDU, 2 up red, time frame continuity again, pointing down, so puts at 99.14. This one looks good. CCL, 2 up red with puts at 15.88, first target 15.76. CRM, tight little inside bar, so we can look for calls there at 305.89, puts at 302.74. Targets, top of the wick, bottom of the wick. Datadog, inside bar, calls at 127, puts 122.19. DocuSign, 2 up red, time frame pointing down on this one, puts at 52.10. First targets, 51.12. And it looks like, let's see what we got here. Earnings in the evening on Thursday, okay? So end of day market, DocuSign with its earnings. You guys can look at this on TradingView. So if we scroll down, here's the past quarters, okay? The squares are their estimate. The circles are their actual. So they've beaten estimates every time in the past. So something you may want to pay attention to. This shows your blue lines are the revenue. Their net margin there is the orange, okay? And then this shows you your performance over the last 3 months, the year to date, 6 months. And then this tells you technical, we're neutral. Analyst ratings are neutral. So you can decide if you want to play this one on earnings on Thursday night if you'd like. Etsy, 2 up red. We're going to look for the puts there. Full time frame continuity down. Puts at 68.28. Look at that pink line there. We go to the pink line. We're 2 down on the week. Let's see if we get a continuation. There's the month. Okay, let's go to the month. We're 2 down on the month. We'll see if we get a continuation there as well on Etsy. Starbucks, inside bar, calls 92.03, puts 91.12. GE, 3-1 setup. The last time we had a 3-1, I will point out, we do have time frame continuity pushing up. Let's go look for that gold highlight, that rare setup. The last one we had, that's what I mean, guys. These 3-1 setups do not happen very often. Here's the last one. It was on earnings, and we had that big run up. Let's see if we can find one that wasn't on earnings. So we had consolidation before the earnings. There's a double inside bars that highlight themselves in blue. There's the last 3-1. We gapped down and trended all the way up. So you can go back and look at those to see how they played out if you'd like. I'll give you an idea of what could potentially be happening on GE as we move into tomorrow. Facebook, 2 up red. We'll look for the puts at 494.29. Netflix, stuck on an inside bar, consolidating. Calls at 607.93. Puts, 593.56. Nike, okay, this one just has an outside bar, but we gapped up. The sellers took this thing over. So we're going to look for a 232 continuation off of this outside bar and time frame continuity telling us we are trending down. Okay? If we go look at that 3-month chart that's stuck inside bar, we are closer to going 2 down on the quarterly than we are 2 up. And then I think that's all the yearly as well we can look at. A ways to go before we hit that yearly target, but something to pay attention to for Nike potentially going 2 down on the quarter and 2 down on the year. Oracle, inside bar. You guys know how to play these. 113.05 for calls, 110.67 for puts. PayPal, 3-1 setup. The last 3-1 on PayPal, we go back to December 26th, Boxing Day, 2-bar run up on that one, okay? See if we can find one more here just to show you guys probability, okay? There we go. 3-1 setup, opened, run up, 2 days, okay? That's what we're looking for off of those 3-1 setups. We move to Shopify. Shopify with the inside bar, time frame pushing down. So calls at 74.85. My guess, my thesis, my theory, my estimate would be that this is going to trend down tomorrow, okay? Based on all the information I've got. The trend is down. Time frame continuity is showing down. You see the blue line there and the pink line. We look at the pink line, we are 2 down on the week. That's what that pink line represents. We've broken outside of this inside bar and broken this pink line, okay? The blue line is for our monthly. We've gone 2 down on the month after we had a 2-up red. Sellers took it back. You can look for us to hit this target right here, 70.58. Maybe not tomorrow, but I believe within the month of March, it could be possibly heading there, okay? So pay attention to that. That's what we've got for Shopify. Looking good for a downturn tomorrow. Uber, 2-up red. Sellers taking it back. We look for those puts, 75.83. That's where our target goes. XOP, 2-up red, 140.73 for the put. First target marked out. DraftKings. Okay, so I wanted to show you DraftKings, not because we have this 2-2 continuation here with the red, but you see the 2 pink lines. So this was one of my weekly setups that I gave, and I believe it was in the top 5. I don't recall. Might have been in the top 5. We triggered, we hit targets. I always tell you guys to make sure you're taking profit at your targets, and then you can leave some runners on if you'd like. But make sure once you hit those targets, you're taking profit. The reason I've got DraftKings here on the daily watch list, this purple line right here, part of my indicator, that's the 50% rule. That's a 50% marker on this candlestick. So it marks out 50% between the high and the low. The significance, we've gone up one side. We went 2 up. We've come back down through that 50% marker. Usually when that happens, we have a very, very high probability that this 2 up is going to go 3, okay? Which means we're going to break through this pink line at 40.28. That's why I've got it on the daily. Pay attention to this one because we have a very good opportunity, maybe not Thursday, but maybe on Friday. One of those 2 days, I believe we are going to go outside bar on DraftKings, okay? 3-1 setup on CVS, and that's back to the top of the list. So that's your list, guys. You want the top 5, become a Griswold Gold member. You want the top 5 for the weekly swings, the monthly swings, become a Griswold Gold member. You want the 1-hour course that breaks down everything here that we've shown you today, become a Griswold Gold member. I also have live trading bots. They give you guys these inside bar setups so you don't have to go looking for them on different time frames, on the 5, the 15, the 30, and the hourly. Okay? They have them coming right to your doorstep. Okay? Good luck trading on Thursday, guys. I wish you nothing but the best, and we will see each and every one of you on the next one. Bye-bye.